What's good, YouTube? UFC 326 just happened, and I'm going to be going over the whole main card and my parlay that just hit. But before we get started, I tried to upload 2 videos yesterday, and both of them got taken down by the UFC, and I got 2 copyright strikes. So I'm not going to be using any footage in this video. I'm just going to be using screenshots, and hopefully this video doesn't get taken down either, because if it does, my channel will get terminated, and this will be my last YouTube video, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But anyways, let's get back into it. So the first fight of the main card was Gregory RoboCop Rodriguez versus Bruno Ferreira. I think I messed up his name. At the start of the fight, I was wondering why Gregory Rodriguez was a favorite because Bruno Ferreira knocked him out before. But this was a pretty good fight. The first minute was pretty stale. Both guys were hesitant to throw. But about a minute and 47 seconds into the first round, that's when RoboCop threw his final punch that ended the fight, and Bruno Ferreira was out cold. That was a pretty sick fight. And now I know why Gregory Rodriguez was the favorite. Okay, and the next fight up the card was Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson, and Drew Dober was a part of my parlay. I had him to win plus 100. And in the first round, I was pretty worried because Michael Johnson was tagging him up with some pretty nice shots. But almost 2 minutes into the second round, that's when Drew Dober knocked him out stiff. And I knew this was going to happen because Michael Johnson doesn't have that good of a chin. But there we go, my first leg was locked in. And the next fight up the card was Rob Font versus Raul Rosas Jr. Yeah, this fight was pretty uneventful. Raul Rosas turned into Marab/Islam/Hamzat, and he just held Rob Font up against the cage and on the ground and kneed him up against the thigh. And every second of the fight either looked like this with Rob Font against the cage or like this with Rob Font on the ground. So that was a pretty uneventful fight. The card could have went without it. But moving up the card, we have the co-main event, Kai Baralho versus Rainer the Riddler. And going into this fight, I actually thought RDR was going to win by decision. I think that was a plus 400, but good thing I didn't bet on it because, spoiler alert, he didn't win. And this whole fight just looked pretty sloppy. The only thing I remember from it was that Kyle did not want to grapple with him and did not want to be in the clinch with him. And I think it was in the first round, they both kneed each other in the groin. That's the other thing I remember about this fight. But other than that, Kyle got it done by decision. And it was a 30-27. It was unanimous, which I don't think it should have been because the Riddler actually had a lot of control time. So maybe he should have won like round 2 maybe. But it doesn't really matter. Neither of the guys really made a name for themselves after that match. So I don't think anyone cares. And going into the main event, Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway 2. I bet on Charles Oliveira to win. That was the other leg of my parlay, as you can see. And right before the main event, I recorded something in live time to show the bet, and yeah, I'll just let it play. Okay, here we go. RDR versus Baralho just finished, and now it's time for the main event. Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. As you can see right here, I got my parlay pulled up. I bet for Drew Dober to beat Michael Johnson, which was a plus 100, and as you can see, that hit. And I could cash out right now for 20 bucks. But you already know I ain't cashing out nothing because Charles Oliveira is gonna beat Max Holloway right here, right now. So as you can see there, I could have cashed out, but I had so much faith in Charles Oliveira that I just held it. And during the first round, Charles Oliveira got him down and had his back, and he was about to sink in the rear naked right here. And right there, I knew that my bet was gonna hit because Max didn't even look like he knew what he was doing. And also he started smiling, so I knew that he was just coping for losing. And other than that, the whole fight was just Max on the ground and Charles on his back trying to sink in a choke, which he couldn't get, so it was just them laying on top of each other for the whole fight. But right after the second round, Paramount Plus went down. I was panicking. I was trying to sign in on other accounts, and I'm pretty sure other people had this problem, but Paramount Plus, get your stuff together. But once I got back up, this is what I seen, so I knew I didn't miss much. And yeah, the whole fight was just like that until the last about 10 seconds. That's when Charles Oliveira let go of Max, and he let Max do his signature point to the ground. They landed a few big shots on each other, but nothing to seal the deal, and Charles Oliveira secured the dub. And my parlay hit, sweet. So yeah, overall the main event wasn't the best, but my bet hit, so it's all good. And like I said in the beginning, hopefully this video doesn't get taken down because I already have 2 copyright strikes. That's why I didn't include any of the actual footage. I just used some screenshots. So yeah, I'm going to be doing an update video tomorrow about my whole sports betting journey. It's been about a week since that happened, and I've come pretty far, I would say. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned.